Hello and welcome to another edition of News Showcase. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. One of Tamil Nadu's prominent politicians presented her papers to run for parliament from the constituency of Tuticorin. Kanimoli, a high-ranking leader from the state's governing DMK party, is seeking re-election from the seat. Her main challenger in the polls next month will be Sivasami Velumani from of the main rival AIADMK party. In the last election, the bloc led by the DMK won by a landslide, taking 38 of the 39 seats. In the upcoming polls, the party is a prominent member of the 27-member opposition India bloc. Tamil Nadu will vote on April 19th in a single phase when the Indian elections kick off and last until June 1st. A court in Delhi sent BRS leader Kavitha to jail till April 19 following her arrest earlier this month for alleged involvement in the controversial Delhi liquor policy case. The daughter of former Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhara Rao sought interim bail to help with her child's exam preparations. The bail request is to be heard by a lower court on April 1st. According to reports, she insisted the case against her was fabricated and her accusers joined the BJP or donated money to the party. Investigators say she is part of a lobby that paid 100 crore rupees as bribe to secure licenses from the Delhi government for contracts to supply liquor. Besides Kavitha, several prominent politicians in Delhi have been jailed in the case. New details have emerged about the high-tech police eavesdropping operation in Telangana state, which resemble a Hollywood spy thriller. Under the previous government run by the BRS party, police snooped on Chief Minister Revanth Reddy, who was the main opposition leader at the time. Reports say a technician working for the police set up an office outfitted with Israeli equipment near Reddy's home to snoop on all his communications. The import of the gadgets, which can listen in to conversations across a radius of 300 meters, did not have clearance from the Indian government. The officer who ran the snooping operation is reportedly in the United States, and a lookout notice has been issued. Reports say, besides opposition politicians, communications of film stars and businessmen were also secretly recorded, and some were threatened. A derogatory social media post by Congress spokesperson Priya about actor Kangana Ranaut's political debut has sparked controversy. Ranaut, who is contesting the national elections on a BJP ticket, responded to the remarks, emphasizing the dignity of all women. Srinath later issued a clarification, stating the post was made without her knowledge and has since been deleted. Federal Minister Smriti Irani criticized the Congress party over the remark, and the National Commission for Women has demanded immediate action against those involved, describing the conduct as disgraceful and intolerable. The controversy comes as Ranaut, known for her roles in films like Queen, Rajo and Thalaivi, makes her electoral debut from Mandi constituency in Himachal Pradesh in the polls next month. A big rescue operation is on after a container ship struck a bridge in the U.S. city of Baltimore. Authorities have declared it as a mass casualty incident, an indication that it is being treated as a very serious development. Videos on social media showed the Francis Scott Key Bridge break up and crash into the Patapsco River. The Baltimore City Fire Department said several people and vehicles fell into the river as the bridge went down. According to a ship tracking service, the Dali container ship, flying a Singapore flag, hit one of the columns supporting the bridge. Reports said the vessel was on its way to Colombo in Sri Lanka. The ship, which set sail from the terminal at Port Breeze, stopped as it approached the bridge before crashing into it. For the first time since the Gaza war started, the U.S. has not vetoed the UN Security Council's call for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza and the unconditional release of all hostages. Israel, in a statement, said the move could potentially hinder efforts to free the hostages and give a signal to Hamas that they could leverage international pressure on Israel to negotiate a ceasefire without releasing the captives. Israel's defense minister asserted that the war in Gaza will go on as long as Hamas continues to hold the hostages. Palestinian envoy to the UN Riyad Mansour applauded the U.S. decision and said it was long overdue. Hamas welcomed the decision and stated that it was prepared for an immediate prisoner exchange process that leads to the release of prisoners on both sides. The UN resolution for an immediate end to the Gaza war was warmly received by many Palestinians, but it hasn't had much of an effect in practice, as fighting continued in the Gaza Strip. Israeli airplanes reportedly bombarded Rafah in the south, and intense gunfights broke out around hospitals in Khan Yunis and Gaza City, which are adjacent. Near Gaza, Israeli cities also heard the sound of rocket warning sirens. Meanwhile, mediation in Qatar is being used to facilitate negotiations between officials of Israel and Hamas to put an end to the violence. According to reports, observers of the Gaza war think Biden has decided that strong words are insufficient and removing diplomatic cover for Israel's military actions is a big step. Japan's cabinet has approved the export of new fighter jets, a collaboration with the UK and Italy, marking a shift from its pacifist policies. The jets, expected to be deployed by 2035, will use artificial intelligence and advanced sensors. The export rules were eased, allowing sales to countries with defense pacts with Japan and no ongoing conflict, and each sale requires cabinet approval. The move comes as Japan pledges to double its military spending by 2027 due to threats from China and North Korea. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida emphasized the necessity of exporting warplanes for maintaining Tokyo's credibility in future defense projects. Despite these changes, Japan remains committed to its pacifist philosophy, with strict decision processes for export of arms under foreign licenses. Donald Trump's net worth increased by over $4 billion, making him one of the world's wealthiest people. The Bloomberg Billionaires Index lists him among the top 500 listed and said his fortune is worth $6.5 billion. This came as a New York appeals court reduced the bond he had to post in a fraud lawsuit to $175 million, and his social media company, Trump Media and Technology Group, completed a lengthy merger process. Trump's wealth, previously peaking at $3.1 billion, has been largely tied to real estate properties. The completion of the merger, overcoming several hurdles, means Trump's shares, previously valued at $22.5 million, are now included in Bloomberg's calculation of his net worth. Trump cannot cash in on his windfall from the merger for about 6 months due to his shares being locked up. The world's largest aerospace company, Boeing, is undergoing significant leadership changes amid concerns and criticism over its safety record and innovation. Its CEO, Dave Calhoun, is set to leave by year-end, and the head of its commercial airlines division, Stan Deal, will retire immediately. The firm's chair, Larry Kellner, will also step down and be replaced by former Qualcomm boss, Steve Mollenkopf. The changes follow an incident where a door blew off a Boeing 737 MAX, leading to renewed scrutiny of the firm's safety standards. A string of safety incidents have strained its relationships with customers and regulators. Despite these challenges, Boeing's shares rose over 1% after the announcement. The company's slowdown is disrupting the travel industry, with airlines warning of higher ticket prices and limited schedules due to delayed aircraft deliveries. China's state media has said that Chen Shuyuan, the former president of the Chinese Football Association, has been found guilty of bribery and sentenced to life in jail. He admitted to accepting bribes equivalent to $11 million in January. President Xi Jinping has launched an anti-corruption campaign that cracked through the military, the banking industry, and sports. In football, investigations have been conducted against more than a dozen coaches and players. Chen's criminal activities from 2010 to 2023 were made public during his trial at the Intermediate People's Court of Huangshi in central China. These activities included his previous position as chairman and president of Shanghai International Port Group. Chen was allegedly paid in cash and goods for his assistance in securing project contracts and setting up sporting events. The Indian Institute of Skiing and Mountaineering has been conducting special training camps in the Jammu and Kashmir region. The sessions in Gulmarg promoted adventure sports and attracted a large number of youths from different parts of the country. The training was supervised by professional coaches and trainers of the institute, which offers basic, intermediate, and advanced courses. There is a huge demand for snow skiing courses, water skiing courses, and other summer adventure courses. The facility is a popular ski training institute, which was established by the Ministry of Tourism at Gulmarg Ski Resort with good infrastructure and ski guides to meet the requirements of tourists. From time to time, the institute has been conducting special camps for adventure-loving youths and draws huge response from them. Thank you for watching. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. Do tune in, same time tomorrow, for a roundup of the latest news and updates in India and around the world.